I'm glad you mentioned Justice Jackson's dissent because at face value, if you're looking at the headlines a little quickly, you know that she's a member of the more liberal wing of the court. So to hear she wrote a dissent in this case, I think is another aspect of this that might be confusing. But essentially, is it fair to say that her dissent was telling the court, hey, we should have been clearer on this. We should have set a more forward precedent?
Right. I mean, what she's objecting to is the fact that all the court did yesterday was dismiss a petition that it itself took and lifted a stay that it itself put in place. And it is not addressing the underlying crisis in this country, which is that there are extreme organizations and states that are seeking to deprive women who are pregnant of emergency care that federal law requires that they receive. Um, the court evaded that issue. You could say the court potentially wanted to maybe evade accountability in a year as momentous as this presidential election year might be one way to look at that. But the court evaded that issue, did not resolve that issue, which means that women and their doctors throughout the country continue to exist in a state of confusion or worse in places like Texas, in a state where they're not able to provide or get the care they need. However, for women that are in Idaho who had not been able to access medical emergency care as a result of the Supreme Court's own prior stay, the court did lift that yesterday.